Good evening and welcome in to the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis, happy to be with you here at Bountiful High School. It is a battle between two defending champions. We have the 6A state champions in the Lone Peak Knights getting ready to take on the defending 5A champions in the Bountiful Redhawks. Great matchup to start this basketball season as we get ready to tip things off here at Bountiful High School. It'll be the Lone Peak Knights in the black, shooting to the right of your screen here in the first quarter, and it is the home Bountiful Redhawks in the whites going to the left of your screen here in the first quarter. 8 minutes on the clock, the whistle, and we're ready for tip. And the tip won by the Redhawks as Satuala now in possession for Bountiful. Plays it out wide to the corner in the direction of Nixon. Now into the hands of Hoff. Satuala turns, takes it to the basket, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Woolston. Woolston now going the other way. Woolston will take it into Hess. Now underneath, plays it back to Harness. And now Woolston. Woolston back to Harness. Lone Peak in possession. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Tatiana Harness plays it to Woolston on the wing. Underneath to Nordstrom. Woolston does a good job to keep that one. 7 left. Blocked and batted away by Taylor Harvey. Great defensive effort by the Redhawks. Lone Peak will get the ball here with just 4 on the shot clock. 7:11 left to go in the first. Inbounded here by the Knights. It's Woolston. Drives to the basket, puts it up. Blocked and swatted away again. Shot clock violation and a turnover for the Knights. Bountiful coming up big with back-to-back blocks as they regain possession here at home. It's Hoff. Now Satuala over in the corner for 3 off the rim, no good. Stevenson trying to get that one in. Now ball put up and ball in by Mae Johnson. And we have our first 2 of the evening, and it goes to the home side. Woolston on the other end. Harness drives to the basket, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebounded, still here is the Knights in possession with Holdcraft, can't get it to drop. Rebounded by the Redhawks. Satuala brings it the other way. Almost lost the handle there. Does a good job to keep it. Now here's Stevenson. Stevenson to the basket. Puts it up. Woolston with the effort. And a foul called. The junior, Kennedy Woolston, called for the foul. And Bountiful will have 2 free throws with 6:12 left to go. Stevenson at the line. First free throw from Stevenson is up, and it's no good as it hits the rim, comes back out. Second free throw coming up. Stevenson at the line. Second free throw. Puts it up and gets it to drop. Goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line and extends the lead by 1. 3-0 Redhawks with 6:08 left to go in the first. The Knights on the attack. Here's Holdcraft near the top of the key. Leaves it for Woolston. Now it's Hooney. Leaves it for Nordstrom. And a violation called. Another foul called against Kennedy Woolston. Woolston gets called for her second here in the first quarter. And she'll head to the bench for a breather. Checking in is Charlie Warner, the freshman. 5:52 left to go. 2 team fouls on the Lone Peak Knights. Here comes Satuala. Plays it out to Stevenson. Stevenson underneath, looking for Johnson. Johnson trying to put it up. Nicely defended by the Knights. Turnover, and here come Lone Peak. Holdcraft gets it over the corner for Harness. Back to Holdcraft. Now drives to the basket, puts it up, and gets it to drop. Holdcraft for 2 and puts 2 on the board for the Lone Peak Knights. Satuala plays it to Harvey. Harvey back underneath to Satuala. Up the baseline. Satuala taking it to the basket. Puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Johnson with the rebound. And great effort on the putback by Mae Johnson. 5-2 Bountiful. Harness turns. Defended by Hoff. Guarded by Hoff. Harness near the top of the key will pull up. And that one hits the rim, bounces out, no good. Now coming the other way, Harvey. Harvey puts it up, can't get it to drop. And it'll come off of Johnson. And it bounds it out, Lone Peak ball as that goes out of bounds. Substitution here for the Knights as Maddie Pope checking in. Holdcraft off for a breather. Here's Harness. Harness leaves it for Pope. Maddie Pope now out wide to Warner. Warner back to Harness. Harness leaves it for Hooney. Hooney takes it up and can't get it to drop. Batted away by the Knights. And it'll be a turnover, Lone Peak. Bountiful ball with 4:27 left to go here in the first. The Redhawks lead at 5-2. Satuala now brings it up for Bountiful. To Stevenson. Stevenson underneath to Johnson. Johnson on the baseline, looking for options. Guarded by Nordstrom. Batted away and stolen by Maddie Pope. That one goes out of bounds and out. It'll come off of a Red Hawk. Lone Peak ball. Malia Nelson checking in for Bountiful. Off comes Hoff. And now here's Tatiana Harness for Lone Peak. Leaves it for Nordstrom. Nordstrom plays it to Pope. Pope on the wing. Pope drives. Tries to get it up. Nicely defended by Mae Johnson as that one goes out of bounds. Lone Peak ball. 24 left on the shot clock. More substitutions here for Bountiful as Mae Johnson heads to the bench for a breather. Harness on the baseline. Scanning, looking, plays it in. Three, no good. Nicely done there by Charlie Warner, looking for the three. Stolen away by Pope. Here comes Nordstrom for three, and Nordstrom is good. Nordstrom from deep ties this one up at 5. Ball on the other end, stolen back by the Knights. Here comes Maddie Pope. Maddie Pope taking it to the lane. Out to Nordstrom. Warner. Now Harness for three. Harness gets it to drop. Back-to-back three-point shots for the Lone Peak Knights as they take the lead. Tatiana Harness in the corner for three. Satuala plays it to Stevenson. Stevenson, baseline jumper, and it's rebounded by the Knights. Now it's Pope. Pope drives to the basket, swatted and denied by Taylor Harvey, who comes up with yet another block in this one. And they'll call it a foul. Or excuse me, the substitution as Taylor Harvey checks out. No fouls yet for Bountiful. Harness. Plays it to Pope. Pope to Charlie Werner, the freshman. Werner leaves it for Harness. Now it's Hooney. Looking for options. Back out to Harness, who spins, puts it up, and gets it to drop. Tatiana Harness putting on the moves. Lone Peak with their largest lead of 5. Ball comes out to Nelson for three, and Nelson gets it to go. Good response by the Redhawks, 10-8. Lone Peak leads it. Warner for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Holdcraft. Now in the corner, back to Werner. Werner looking for options. Gets it to Harness. Harness slowing things down with 2:13 left on the clock. 13 on the shot clock. Harness guarded by Nelson. And a foul called. This one will go against Malia Nelson, the sophomore. Bountiful's first team foul of the quarter. 2:05 left to go in the first quarter. Harness to inbound, looking, scanning, underneath to Nordstrom. Nordstrom near the top of the key. Nordstrom plays it to Pope. Pope now gets around, plays it back to Nordstrom. Nordstrom switches it over to Holdcraft. Holdcraft, step back, three, blocked. Nordstrom brings it down. Looking for options. Nordstrom is able to find Hooney. And a timeout taken by Lone Peak. 1:45 left to go in the first quarter. The Lone Peak Knights leads it 10-8. And we'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. Want to welcome you back into Bountiful High School here in this matchup between the Bountiful Redhawks and the Lone Peak Knights. Lone Peak, the defending 6A champs. Bountiful, the 5A defending champions. What a start we've had on this one. A couple good threes by Lone Peak. Got them with a 5-point lead, but then a nice response by Malia Nelson. Got this back within two. Lone Peak inbounds, and here come the Knights with 11 seconds on the clock. Plays it to Hooney. Hooney to Nordstrom. Nordstrom to Pope. Pope near the top of the key. Out to Nordstrom with two, with one. Puts it up and hits the back rim. Comes back out. Rebounded by Harvey. Taylor Harvey pushing it up now for the Redhawks. Harvey for three. Harvey can't hit. It'll take a bounce, go out of bounds, and it's Knights ball with 1:18 left. Charlie Warner back into the game. And here comes Lone Peak with possession. Harness plays it to Holdcraft. Holdcraft leaves it for Pope. Pope on the wing. Now driving to the lane. Harness. Underneath, Nordstrom to the basket. Puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Stevenson. Stevenson now pushing it the other way for Bountiful. Nordstrom tried to poke that one away. And a foul called against Stevenson. This will give Lone Peak possession over on that far sideline as Nordstrom will inbound, but Stevenson is called for the foul. Second team foul for Bountiful. Nordstrom scanning, gets it to Harness. Crosses the timeline. Now here comes Harness. Plays it underneath to Holdcraft. Holdcraft to Nordstrom with 40 seconds left on the clock. Nordstrom to Harness. Harness here will slow things down. Plays it out to the corner now for Holdcraft. Holdcraft on the wing to Pope near the top of the key. Holdcraft drives to the lane. Kicks it out to Harness. Harness step back. Harness spins, puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Stevenson. Shot clock is off. 14 left in the quarter. Here's Harvey. Taylor Harvey trying to get around Holdcraft. Looking for options. Spins, puts it up, and gets it to go. What a play by Taylor Harvey to tie it up before the quarter break. 10-10 here at Bountiful High School as we step aside for the end of the first quarter. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com when we return. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis. Bountiful High School is the place. And we are all tied up as we get ready to start the second quarter here between Bountiful and Lone Peak. 3-point shots from Harness and Nordstrom gave Lone Peak a 5-point lead. But then a 3-point shot and a basket from Taylor Harvey has this one all tied up. Woolston drives to the basket, puts it up, can't get it to drop, and a foul called as Kennedy Woolston will head to the line. First team foul here for Bountiful. Satuala called for her first foul of the evening. 7:40, Woolston, first free throw is no good. Bounces Off the rim, comes back out. Woolston will have a second attempt on the free throw. Substitution as Halau checks back in. Woolston goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line, gives the Lone Peak Knights a 1-point lead, 11-10, with 7:36 left to go here in the first half. Satuala for Bountiful against Nordstrom. Satuala poked away by Werner. Nicely done by Satuala to get it back underneath. Puts it up and in. Charlotte Johnson with 2 for Bountiful as the Redhawks retake the lead. 12-11, Nordstrom. Now underneath, Harness puts it up, gets it to drop. The Knights back on top by 1, 13-12. 6:50 left to go in the second. Johnson leaves it for Orm. And a foul will called. Turnover here for the Bountiful Redhawks. Ball back with Lone Peak as Kennedy Woolston now brings it up. Ball goes out wide to Harness. Harness drives, puts it up, and gets it to drop. Good start, hot start by Tatiana Harness here in the second quarter. Satuala on the other end puts it up, can't get it to drop, rebounded by Johnson. And a foul called. Number 33, Mae Johnson, the senior for the Redhawks, will head to the line for free throws. Johnson, first free throw is up, and first free throw is good. Substitution for the Knights as Holcraft checks back into the game. Nordstrom heading to the bench for a breather. Second free throw for Johnson is up and is no good. 1 for 2 on that trip to the line as the Knights hold on to a 2-point lead. Ball batted away by Mae Johnson on the other end after missing that free throw. Nice recovery run. Lone Peak, we're breaking. Mae Johnson doing a good job getting a hand in there, poking that one away. Inbound here by Tatiana Harness, underneath to Woolston. Woolston on the baseline, gets it out to Holdcraft. Werner for 3 on the wing, no good. Brought down by Johnson, stolen away by Woolston. Woolston now near the top of the key, will go for 3, off the rim, no good. Brought in by Malia Nelson. Underneath now for Harvey. Taylor Harvey brings it up for Bountiful. Harvey to the basket, can't get it to drop. And it goes out of bounds. They'll say that it is Bountiful ball with 5:55 left to go in the second. Still a 2-point lead for the Lone Peak Knights. Orm plays it in. Johnson kicks it out to Nelson for 3. And Nelson is good. Second 3 for Malia Nelson. As the Bountiful take a 16-15 lead over Lone Peak. Foul called here on the other end. Lone Peak with possession as Harness will play it in. Woolston on the wing against Harvey. Woolston drives out now to Warner. Warner for 3 off the rim, no good. And Johnson gets a finger in there as Mae Johnson will bat that one out. Tatiana Harness to inbound again for Lone Peak. Harness gets it in, finds Maddie Pope. Pope for 3 on the wing, no good. Rebounded by Satuala. Ball coming the way with Stevenson. Stevenson drives on the baseline, plays it back out to Satuala. Satuala now near the top of the key, cuts inside, drives, Gets it out to Harvey. Harvey now underneath to Satuala. Satuala. And a foul called. This one will go against number 20, Maddie Pope. Bountiful will inbound on the baseline. Stevenson scanning, looking for options. Harvey underneath. Ball batted away, stolen back by the Knights. Woolston breaking now. Woolston to the rack, puts it up and in. Kennedy Woolston adds 2 for Lone Peak as they retake the lead, 17-16. Harvey underneath. Satuala turns, spins, puts it up. Satuala can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Warner. Ball coming the other way for Lone Peak. Here comes Tatiana Harness. Leaves it for Woolston. Woolston drives on the baseline, looking for options. Kicks it out. Here's Holdcraft. Holdcraft now drives to the lane, puts it up and in. Add another 2 on the board for the Lone Peak Knights. 19-16 with 4:20 left to go. Stevenson underneath to Harvey. Harvey against Woolston, puts it up and gets it to drop. Taylor Harvey doing a great job for Bountiful here in the first half. Gets this back within 1. Woolston on the other end. Holdcraft to Harness. Harness back to Warner. Warner near the top of the key, drives to the lane, kicks it back out. Holdcraft on the wing, batted away by Johnson. Another block for the Bountiful Redhawks. Taylor Harvey now brings it the other way for Bountiful. Leaves it for Stevenson. Stevenson near the top of the key. Plays it out to Nelson. Now Satuala. Satuala puts it up and in. And the Bountiful Redhawks back into the lead, 20-19. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll take it as well. 3:28 left to go in the second. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Want to welcome you back into Bountiful High School. Alex Napoles here with you with 3:28 left to go in the second quarter as the Bountiful Redhawks hold a 20-19 lead. Lone Peak trying to respond here on this possession. Woolston will play it to Harness. Harness on the wing. Now inside. Pulls up. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Satuala. Satuala coming the other way for Bountiful. Underneath. Puts it up. And gets it to go. Bountiful take a 3-point lead thanks to 2 from Satuala. Ball on the other end. Underneath to Pope. Now it's Nordstrom. Nordstrom underneath. Woolston brings it in, puts it up, and gets it to go. Kennedy Woolston with 2. And Lone Peak back within 1. 2:40 left to go. Johnson near the top of the key. Underneath to Satuala. Now kicks it out in the direction of Larson. Now it's Satuala. Switches it over to Stevenson. Stevenson drives to the lane, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Nordstrom. Zuri Nordstrom now brings it up for Lone Peak. To Woolston, to Harness in the corner, drives up the baseline to Pope, who puts it up and in. Maddie Pope adds 2, and the Lone Peak Knights take the lead again, 23-22 with 2:10 left to go. Timeout taken on the court. And we'll take it as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. 2:10 left to go in the second quarter. It is a 1-point lead for the Lone Peak Knights, 23-22. Satuala plays it to Stevenson. Underneath to Johnson. Johnson puts it up, can't get it to drop. Nordstrom with the rebound. Nordstrom pushes it up for Lone Peak. Ball comes the other way for Warner. Warner puts it up, and Warner gets it to go. Charlie Warner, the freshman with 2, Lone Peak, 25-22. Ball goes back to the Lone Peak Knights. Has now Tatiana Harness here for Lone Peak. Harness drives to the lane, puts it up, and no good. Rebounded by Harvey. Taylor Harvey comes back, plays it to Johnson. Johnson out wide to Nelson. Malia Nelson for three, no good. Hits the rim, comes out to Pope. Pope pushes it up for Lone Peak. Pope spins, puts it up, and gets it to drop. After the timeout, Lone Peak coming out firing as they now hold a 27-22 lead. See if Bountiful has some responses in them prior to the halftime break. Taylor Harvey on the wing, drives, puts it up, and can't get it to go, but an offensive foul, and the ball's coming the other way. The Lone Peak bench on their feet, they're hyped. Third team foul for Bountiful as Taylor Harvey called for the offensive foul. 58 seconds left. Nordstrom brings it up for Lone Peak. Head coach Nancy Warner calling some plays. Nordstrom to Pope. Pope plays it to Warner. Warner near the top of the key. Will play it back out to Nordstrom. Nordstrom for three. No good. As it bounces out, brought in by Johnson. Satuala now coming the other way for Bountiful. Satuala is fouled. This one goes against Falau. As Huni Falau gets called for her first foul of the evening. 3-team fouls for both sides. Ball switched over to Stevenson. 30 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Stevenson to Satuala. 4-3 off the rim. No good. It goes out of bounds and out. And it's Lone Peak ball with 22 seconds left. And a 27-22 night lead. Tatiana Harness will bring it up for Lone Peak. Crosses the timeline. Harness spins. Harness drives out to Warner. Warner for three, no good. Holdcraft brings it in, and that'll do it. Harness hits the three, but can't get it off before the buzzer, and that brings us to our halftime break. Good ending there to the quarter for the Lone Peak Knights as they lead it 27-22 at the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. Second half action here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com when we return. Want to welcome you back into Bountiful High School for the start of the second half.
Bountiful High School 2024-2025 Distinguished Alumni.
But first, looks like head coach Nancy Warner getting recognized here at half court.
In 2001 over Lone Peak.
Utah's Miss Basketball in 2001 for Bountiful, played for BYU.
At BYU. She went straight into teaching and coaching. She began at Springville High where she coached for 6 years, leading her teams to multiple region championships and playing in 5 straight championship games, winning 3 of those 5. She transitioned to Lone Peak High School in 2013 and won 3 straight championships in 2022, 2023, and 2024.
Great to see head coach Nancy Warner for Bountiful High School
State championships as player and coach, with 209
recognized here prior to the start of the second half.
Nancy is married to Chris Warner. She met Chris at BYU where he played for the BYU football team. They are the parents to 3 children. Charlie is 14 and is a freshman on Lone Peak girls basketball team.
And there's Charlie Warner, the freshman,
In 8th grade and plays competitive basketball.
heading out as well with her parents.
In 5th grade and plays competitive football and basketball. Their family passion outside of basketball is golf. Let's hear it one more time. Congratulations to Nancy Silius. Warner on receiving the 2024-2025 Distinguished Alumni Forever Brave Award. Nancy Sellius Warner, a Bountiful Brave.
Beautiful scenes, amazing scenes here prior to the start of the second half. Big congratulations to the Lone Peak head coach, Nancy Sellius Warner, for being honored as we get ready to start the second half. 27-22, that is the Lone Peak lead.
Second half of basketball here. It's non-region contest.
Between the defending 6A state champs and the defending 5A state champs in Bountiful. It'll be the Bountiful Redhawks in the white, shooting to the left. And then it is the Lone Peak Knights in the black, shooting to the left. Ball in, Isabel Hoff, as we get underway. Third quarter action on KSLSports.com. Hoff guarded by Falau. Now it's Satuala. Satuala plays it to Stevenson. Stevenson underneath to Johnson. Mate Johnson looking for options to Taylor Harvey, and Taylor Harvey gets the first two of the second half and cuts into this Lone Peak lead, 27-24 for the Knights. Huni Falau, stolen away by Satuala. Satuala puts it up and can't get it to drop. Ball coming their way now with Fulla. Falau plays it to Woolston. Now it's Nordstrom, back to Harness. Harness plays it to Falau, to Woolston, underneath to Nordstrom. Nordstrom trying to turn, trying to put it up. Ball batted away. Still Nordstrom. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Redhawks. Ball now on the other end with Taylor Harvey. Harvey leaves it for Stevenson. Stevenson kicks it out. Now underneath to Johnson. Johnson puts it up, and Johnson puts it in. 4-0 start to the third quarter for Bountiful, and we have a 1-point game. Nordstrom for three. Hits the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Wilson leaves it for Falau. Falau puts it up, can't get it to drop. Ball coming the other way. Taylor Harvey kicks it up to Hoff. Or excuse me, that's Satuala. Satuala now underneath, puts it up and in. 6-0 run to start the second half for the Bountiful Redhawks. They take a 1-point lead. Timeout taken on the court. And we'll take it as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. 0 run to start the second half for the Bountiful Redhawks. They hold a 1-point lead, 28-27, with 6:09 left to go here in the third quarter. Lone Peak looking to put an end to the run and try to get back the lead. Woolston near the top of the key. Place it to the wing for Harness. Harness back to Woolston. Woolston to Harness. Harness towards the corner, back to Nordstrom. Nordstrom kicks it out, stolen away by Satuala. And now here comes Satuala, takes it up, puts it up, and gets it to drop. 8-0 run for the Bountiful Redhawks as they lead it 30-27. Harness to Nordstrom. Nordstrom takes it to the rack, blocked away by Satuala. And now the ball coming the other way with Taylor Harvey. Harvey on the wing. Harvey drives, kicks it out to Stevenson. Stevenson underneath, back now to Johnson. May Johnson puts it up, and May Johnson gets it to go. 10-0 run by the Bountiful Redhawks to start this second half. Falau to Harness, to Holdcraft. Back now to Falau. Falau underneath, tries to put it up, leaves it for Harness. Harness to put a stop to the run. No, can't get it to drop. Stevenson now coming the other way for Bountiful. 4:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Satuala puts it up and can't get it to drop. Hits the rim, bounces out. Nordstrom brings it in. Nordstrom now coming the other way for Lone Peak. Nordstrom crosses the timeline. Nordstrom underneath to Harness. Guarded by Satuala. Ball floated in, looking for Woolston. Comes off of a Bountiful Redhawk, goes out of bounds and out. Substitutions here as Nordstrom heads to the bench for a breather, as well as Huni Falau. Matty Pope into the game. Charlie Warner into the game. A couple substitutions as well for the Bountiful Redhawks as Woolston tried to play that one in. Comes off of Harvey. Goes back out of bounds. Woolston plays it into Holdcraft. Holdcraft leaves it for Kennedy Woolston. Woolston. Now it's Harness. Harness looking for options. Leaves it for Holdcraft. Holdcraft near the top of the key. Will play it to Warner. Warner drives inside. Warner puts it up. Can't get it to drop. And the 10-0 run for Bountiful continues. Ball coming the other way. It's Malia Nelson. Nelson plays it to Castleton. Castleton looking for options. Ball poked away by Harness. Harness now taking it to the basket. Puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Castleton. Castleton battling it out. And that one will be a kickball. Possession Knights. 3:42 left to go. Lone Peak still looking for their first basket here of this third quarter. Harness to Warner. Warner underneath. Gets around, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebounded by the Redhawks. Hoff plays it to Harvey. Harvey now coming the other way for Bountiful. Up the baseline, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Lone Peak. Here comes Holdcraft. Holdcraft to Woolston. Woolston floats one in. Holdcraft underneath, kicks it out to Harness. Harness for three, and she gets it to go. 3-point basket by Harness. Back to a 2-point game as Lone Peak scores their first basket of this third quarter. Malia Nelson to Hoff. Plays it to Harvey. Now it's Castleton. Castleton against Pope. Kicks it to Johnson near the top of the key. Comes out to the wing for Hoff. Underneath to Harvey. Harvey around Harness. And Harvey's called for an offensive foul. With 2:48 left to go, Taylor Harvey is called for the foul. Her second of the evening. First team foul. And it remains a 2-point game here in the third quarter with 2:47 left to go. Nordstrom for Lone Peak. Kicks it out to Woolston. Woolston near the top of the key. Woolston for three. Can't get it to go. Comes off of Isabeau Hoff. And that will be Lone Peak ball with 35 seconds on the shot clock. Harness to play it in. Harness scanning, looking. Inbound by Harness to Woolston. Woolston near the top of the key. Woolston drives to the lane, puts it up, and can't get it to drop. Harvey trying to bring it in. Comes off of Matty Pope, and that ball goes out of bounds and out. Bountiful to inbound. Malia Nelson spins. Plays it up to Taylor Harvey, who crosses the timeline. Here comes Taylor Harvey against Nordstrom on the wing. Harvey. Hoff to Nelson. Nelson drives back to Harvey. 14 on the shot clock. Harvey. And turnover here for Bountiful. Lone Peak ball with 1:55 left to go in the third. Looking for an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Woolston. Woolston on the wing. Woolston drives. Woolston underneath. Woolston puts it up. Can't get it to drop. And a foul called. Lone Peak retained possession with the foul called. Kennedy Woolston drive into the basket. Couldn't get it to go. but a foul here for Lone Peak as Tatiana Harness looking to inbound on the baseline, scanning for options, looking, floats one underneath to Nordstrom. Nordstrom leaves it for Woolston. Woolston on the wing against Harvey. Back now to Falau. Woolston for three. Woolston hits! And Kennedy Woolston's three-point shot puts the Lone Peak Knights back into the lead. 33-32. Ball comes now to Satawala. Turns to Stevenson. Underneath to Harvey. Harvey puts it up, and Harvey's good. 2 on the board for Taylor. Harvey, 2 for Bountiful as they retake the lead. Nordstrom to Pope. Pope puts it up. Pope can't get it to drop. Comes off as Pope tries to keep that one for Lone Peak. But but that ball goes out of bounds. And now Bountiful's coming the other way. With 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter, it is a 34-33 Bountiful Redhawk lead. Satuala brings it up for Bountiful. To Castleton. Nelson plays it to Stevenson. Stevenson floats one to Harvey. Taylor Harvey takes it in, puts it up, and Harvey gets it to go. Another 2 on the board for the Redhawks, 36-33 with 35 left to go. Nordstrom. Underneath to Woolston. Woolston, Nordstrom back up and gets it to drop. Surrey Nordstrom adds 2 and back to a 1-point game. Satuala drives to the basket, puts it up, and gets it to go. 38-35, 7 seconds left. The shot clock is off. Nordstrom, Woolston for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Satuala, floated up, and that'll do it. Here at the end of the third quarter, it is a Bountiful Redhawks lead, 38-35. We got 1 quarter left in this battle between the 2 defending champions. Bountiful looking for their first win on the year as they take a 3-point lead into the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter action when we return. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Alex Napolis here with you as we start fourth quarter action between the Bountiful Redhawks and the Lone Peak Knights. Bountiful lead at 38-35 to start the fourth quarter. Woolston from deep hits it for 3. Kennedy Woolston ties it up at 38 apiece thanks to another 3-point shot from Woolston. Underneath, Johnson puts it up and gets it to go. Mae Johnson adds another 2 to her tally as Bountiful retake the lead. Harness plays it to Falau. Falau now to Holdcraft. Holdcraft near the top of the key. We'll leave it for Woolston. Woolston out now to Harness on the wing. Guarded by Stevenson. Harness poked away. Stevenson tries to get it back underneath. Stolen by Malia Nelson. Stevenson now coming the other way for Bountiful. Stevenson takes it to the basket, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Bountiful. And a foul called. 40-38 with 7 minutes left to go. And Mae Johnson heading to the free throw line. First free throw from Johnson is up. And first free throw is good. Extends the Bountiful lead to 3. Second free throw from Johnson is up. And it's no good. 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Castleton tries to stop that one from going out of bounds. And it'll be Lone Peak ball with 6:59 left to go here in the fourth. Harness brings it up for Lone Peak. Harness guarded by Hoff. Leaves it for Woolston. Now Zuri Nordstrom for three. Can't get it to go. Taylor Harvey bringing it up for Bountiful. Harvey steps back. Near the top of the key, Harvey looking for options, plays it to Stevenson. Stevenson underneath to Johnson. Johnson loses the handle, stolen away by Lone Peak, but a foul called. Foul here against the Knights as Falau gets called for the foul with 6:27 left to go. Bountiful ball here as they'll inbound on the baseline. Stevenson plays it into Harvey. Harvey tries for three. Off the rim, no good. Out of bounds and out. Lone Peak get the ball back. 6:23 here in the fourth. Tatiana Harness leaves it for Woolston. Kennedy Woolston now brings it up for Lone Peak. The junior. Woolston to Harness. Good screen there by Nordstrom. Harness now to the basket. Can't get it to drop. Johnson with the rebound. Comes out to Stevenson. Stevenson now brings it up. Crosses the timeline for the Redhawks. Guarded by Nordstrom. Stevenson. Batted away by Holdcraft. Quickly won back by Harvey. Underneath to Johnson. Johnson plays it to Malia Nelson. Nelson drives, puts it up, and gets it to go. Malia Nelson gets it to drop. Harness for three. Blocked away by Mae Johnson. Bountiful fans on their feet as Mae Johnson denies the three-point effort from Tatiana Harness. And it goes out of bounds. Lone Peak ball with 5:36 left to go. Holdcraft to Nordstrom. Nordstrom, Woolston keeps the handle, gives it to Harness. Now it's Falau, who puts it up, blocked away again by Johnson. The rebound, no good. Rebounded by Johnson, and a foul called. Let's say out of bounds. Came off of Lone Peak, and so it'll be Bountiful ball with 5:15 left to go. (43-38). The Redhawks lead it. Satuala to Harvey near the top of the key. Taylor Harvey drives, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Maddie Pope brings it down, and Lone Peak coming the other way. Pope goes back. Satuala steals it away. Johnson up to Harvey. Harvey to the basket, puts it up, and gets it to go. Taylor Harvey and the Redhawks are feeling it now. 4:44 left to go. Timeout taken. We'll take it as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. Fourth quarter action resumes with 4:44 left to go on the clock. 45-38. Bountiful leads it as Lone Peak brings the ball up. Tatiana Harness for Lone Peak. Plays it to Nordstrom. Nordstrom leaves it for Warner. Warner will go for three. He gets it to drop. Charlie Warner for three as Lone Peak tries to cut into this lead. 45-41. Great three ball executed by Charlie Warner. And we have a 45-41 game here at Bountiful High. Satuala. Now it's Nelson. Back to Satuala. 8 on the shot clock. Satuala loses the handle, plays it out to Harvey. Harvey for three off the back rim, no good. Brought in by Harness. Tatiana Harness coming the other way now for the Knights. For Warner. Warner goes back for Woolston. Woolston at the top of the key for three, no good. Bounces off the rim and one back by Lone Peak. A foul called. 3:38 left to go here in the fourth. Satuala gets her second foul of the evening. First team foul for the Redhawks. Lone Peak to inbound on the baseline. .338. Harness. Underneath to Woolston. Woolston now comes up the wing. At the top of the key, cuts back, spins, puts it up, and gets it to go. Kennedy Woolston makes this a 2-point game with an incredible athletic effort. Here comes Satuala. Bountiful need a response. 23 on the shot clock. Satuala to Harvey. Underneath to Johnson. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Off the rim. The putback is no good. Satuala again underneath and gets it to go. Back to a 4-point game. Pull for three. Blocked by Johnson. And made Johnson with another block. Satuala now coming the other way for Bountiful. Spins, puts it up, and can't get it to drop. It'll go out of bounds and out. Lone Peak ball with 2:41 left to go here in the fourth. What a game and what a contest we've had here between the two defending champions. Lone Peak Bountiful going head-to-head, 47-43 with 2:41 left to go. Don't go anywhere. The conclusion of this one when we return. Welcome back into Bountiful High School. Bountiful girls basketball looking for their first win of the season. 0-1 to start the year. They lost to Copper Hills. Trying to hold on to this lead to beat the defending 6A champions, Tatiana Harness for Lone Peak. Holdcraft to Woolston. Woolston drives to the basket. Tries to get it back out. Stolen by Satuala. Satuala turns around. Guarded by Warner. Satuala still in possession. A whistle and a foul called. This one goes against the freshman Charlie Warner. With 2:24 left to go, 13 foul for the Knights. Inbound here on the near sideline by Stevenson. Plays it to Satuala. Near the top of the key. Satuala at the wing. Jumper, no good. Rebounded by Taylor Harvey, who puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Harvey brings it in again. Another offensive rebound and a foul called. Taylor Harvey will head to the free throw line for two. 47-43. Bountiful leads it. Taylor Harvey here with a chance to extend the lead off the free throws. First free throw is up. First free throw is good. Second free throw coming up here for the senior. Harvey gets it to go, goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line, and extends the Bountiful lead 49-43. Woolston loses the handle, stolen by Harvey. Harvey now puts it up, can't get it to drop. Woolston goes to ground, a foul called. And it'll be Lone Peak ball going the other way with 1:50 left to go. Woolston brings it up for the Knights. Woolston back to Warner. Warner to Nordstrom. 4-3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Satuala brings it in. Now carries for Bountiful. And a foul called. Zuri Nordstrom is called for the foul, 5th team foul, and Satuala will head to the line for free throws. First free throw for Satuala coming up. Free throw is up and is no good. Hits the back of the rim and bounces out. 1:32 left to go here in the fourth. Second free throw coming up for Satuala. Chance to make it a 7-point lead. Satuala, free throws up. Free throw is good and goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. 50-43. Warner. Falau can't get it to drop. Goes out of bounds off of Charlie Warner. And Bountiful here retake possession. It's a turnover for the Knights. Red Hawk ball. Satuala back to Nelson. Harvey trying to get around Harness. Harness, ball poked away and a foul called on Tatiana Harness. Taylor Harvey will head to the line for free throws. And a chance to build that lead. Harvey went 2 for 2 on her last trip. First free throw's up. First free throw is good. Second free throw coming up for Harvey. Free throw's up, and free throw's good. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. 52-43. The Bountiful Redhawks lead it. 9-point lead with 1:13 left to go. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Rewind Sports Network. 1:13 left to go in the final quarter. Lone Peak down. And for some reason, the music, there we go. Music continued to play through the halftime break, the timeout break there. And we'll add 1:14 back onto the clock. Lone Peak here to inbound. 52-43 is the Red Hawk lead.
1:14 on the game, 33 on the shot clock.
We'll adjust the shot clock as well. Woolston looking to inbound. Plays it to Warner. Warner. Woolston near the top of the key. Step back. 3. No good. As Satuala brings it in. Harvey now down for Bountiful. And a foul called.
Lone Peak foul on number 1. Charlie Warner. That's her third personal.
Charlie Warner called for the foul.
Taylor Harvey.
And Taylor Harvey will head to the free throw line. First free throw is up. First free throw is good. And now it's a 10-point Bountiful lead. Harvey to try again from the free throw line. Puts it up and gets it to go. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. And puts this game away for the Bountiful Redhawks. 51 seconds left. Woolston underneath, puts it up, gets it to drop and one. Woolston gets 2, will have a chance at a 3-point play from the free throw line as she's fouled with the bucket. Those made free throws from Taylor Harvey now looking critical. With Lone Peak here at the free throw line. Woolston puts it up, can't get it to go. Harness brings it in. And a timeout taken by the Knights. 45.3 left to go in the fourth. 54-45 is the score as the Bountiful Redhawks lead it. Bountiful again looking to hold on to this lead for their first win of the season. Fell 53-42 in the last one against the Copper Hill Grizzlies. Trying to hold on here to improve and take their first win of the season. Lone Peak with a dominant performance last time around against East, winning that one 70-26. And now here facing defeat with 45-3 left to go in the fourth quarter. Nordstrom will inbound for the Knights. Plays it. Leaves it for Nordstrom. Now it's Warner for three. Off the rim. No good. Comes out. Satawala brings it in. Harvey up the baseline. Now plays it to Stevenson. On the other end for Nelson. Nelson puts it up and can't get it to drop. Nordstrom brings it down. Wolfson going the other way. Quickly to Warner. Warner underneath the basket. Puts it up and can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Satawala. Does a good job to keep that one in. Nelson now pokes it through. And now here comes Johnson who puts it up and one. Charlotte Johnson had an open lane to the basket, put it up, is fouled as she hits it. And now a chance at a three-point play. 11.3 left to go.
Replacing Charlie Warner. In for Bountiful, number 33, May Johnson. Replacing number 23, Malia Nelson.
Free throw coming up here for Charlotte Johnson to make it a three-point play. Johnson free throw is up and is no good. Rebounded by Nordstrom. Nordstrom hurries, pushes it up for Lone Peak. Harness for three. Can't hit. Brought in by Johnson. And that should do it. That will do it. There's the buzzer, and the Bountiful Redhawks take the win. 45-56. The defending 5A state champion with their first win of the year as they improve to 1-1 on this 2024-2025 season. For the defending 6A champions in the Lone Peak Knights, they will fall here at Bountiful. They will go down to 1-1 on the year in a tough, contested battle against the Bountiful Redhawks. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis. A big shout out to Austin on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next time here on KSLSports.com.